Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I'm here to do a tag. So today I'm going to be doing the Brooklyn Nine-Nine book tag because we are getting very close to Brooklyn Nine-Nine finally being back. I will leave the original creator of the tag down in the description below if you want to go check out their video, but there are a few questions to this tag. I haven't read through the questions, but I believe that they are questions based on certain characters. I thought it might just be fun to do this one off the cuff, not super planned it out. We're gonna see how that works out for me, because I don't usually do that with tags. But yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine comes back soon, is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I am already dying. So, let's do it. Alright, question number 1. Jake Peralta, a character who lives to be the hero. That is a good Jake characteristic. Character that lives to be the hero. I think we're gonna do a minor throwback for this one and go with Scipio from The Thief Lord. Scipio isn't the main character of this book, it's two brothers, Prosper and Beau, but Scipio is the Thief Lord. He's the title character, and he's the one who sort of takes Prosper and Beau under his care. He's like the wrangler of a group of orphans, and he very much considers himself like a Robin Hood character. He lives to save these kids, and I think that that embodies the always wants to be the hero thing perfectly. Question 2, Amy Santiago, a character that empowers you. Okay. Kind of want to go with Angel from I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. Angel empowers me for, like, general reasons, just in the way that all of Alice Oseman's characters do, in that they are afraid, or they are stressed, or they are sad, but they find a way through it anyway. Angel also empowers me to be proud of the things I am passionate about. Angel has a lot of passion in her. She's proud of her love. She doesn't let it be a shame to her, and I really admire that in Angel as a character. Captain Holt, my favorite character. An amazing, diverse character that breaks stereotypes. This is hard because it feels like that's a lot of what I read in general. I feel like this fits really well for all of the characters in Six of Crows. I mean, this features a very diverse cast of characters, and kind of all of them are either aware of stereotypes and they actively fight against those stereotypes, or just naturally they don't fit certain stereotypes. But in general, this is an incredibly diverse book, an incredibly diverse cast of characters that breaks past the norm, and they are all wonderful in, like, every way. Okay, Rosa Diaz, a badass female character you'd hate to mess with. Ooh. The 5th season by N.K. Jemisin is full of characters like that, and Cyanite is this badass woman who I would be absolutely terrified to mess with. I mean, I would never be in a situation where I was against her in any way, which is probably good, because she would destroy everything. She has the capability to absolutely crumble the earth. So, like, don't mess with her. Seems to be the general consensus that everyone should reach about Cyanite. Next up, Charles Boyle, an awkward but oh so lovable character. I mean, I just read this book, which is probably why it came to mind first, but Nathan is the love interest in this story. Nathan. He's awkward and dorky, but is the most lovable, delightful character. I adore Nathan. He makes dumb dad jokes, and he loves his friends, and he's passionate and sweet and cute, and Nathan. Number 6, Terry Jeffords, the big guy that looks tough with a soft heart. That's really specific. Okay. So this makes me think of The Reader by Tracy Chee. There is a character in this book who is a pirate captain, Captain Reed, and he is one of those characters, he's a side character. When he's introduced, he's this big pirate captain who does bad things, he's on a quest, he's willing to put anyone at risk. But, like, when you get to the heart of him, he breaks my heart. He is a sweet and soft character who is so deeply fearful that anything he accomplishes will be forgotten. Sometimes, you know, he can still lift you up and crack you over his leg, but I feel like he only does that for people who he has let into his heart. And I feel like that's also accurate about Terry Jeffords, that if you hurt anyone in his family or his work family, he would pick you up and snap you in half. That's just my kind of character. Okay, number 7, Gina Linetti, a book or series on your TBR that has a massive fan base. Oh, Okay, I don't know if I have anything on my physical TBR, like there's Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia, but this doesn't have a massive fan base, it just has a passionate selection of people who have read it and adore it. I'm gonna check my want to read on Goodreads and see if I can sort it by number of reviews, because that might give me an idea. Okay, sort by number of ratings. Interesting. So the book on my TBR with the highest number of ratings is Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. I guess that does have a big fan base, especially considering there's also a show. There's also The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, which is the first book in the Gentleman Bastard series. That also has a pretty sizable fan base, so maybe that. Okay, Scully and Hitchcock, name an iconic fictional duo. Iconic fictional duo. I'm in no way comparing them to Scully and Hitchcock, but Elizabeth and Darcy are kind of an iconic duo. Not just in terms of like relationships and romance, I just mean that they make a really good pair of friends, and I bet that as a married couple, they're one of those married couples that are like best bros. Like especially Darcy just never wants to be apart from Elizabeth because he finally found someone who understands how awkward he is. Wait, I know one. Fred and George from the Harry Potter series. They are an iconic fictional duo that are absolutely ridiculous. They're best friends that, again, not comparing them directly to Scully and Hitchcock, but I feel like this fits a little bit better. Number 9, Adrian Pimento, a loose cannon of a character. That's gonna have to go to Delilah Bard from Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. A lot of people don't like Lila because she is a loose cannon. I specifically love Lila because she is a loose cannon. You never know what she's gonna do. She's not gonna listen to anyone's directions, and I love that. I love that about her. Second to last, the Vulture, the antagonist that steals the show. Ooh. I could go with Eli in Vicious by V.E. Schwab, but that feels like an obvious pick because this book is written to have a lot of unlikable main characters, and even Eli, who's the antagonist, he's a fascinating antagonist on purpose for like the purposes of how the story is told. So I think I'm gonna go with the Mayor from the Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness. He steals the show in that Patrick Ness always gives his antagonists a lot of consideration. He makes them really multifaceted, and specifically this series, the way that it works is anytime you have an antagonist, a person that you can be against, that antagonist like then gets a point of view and a perspective where you're like, oh, I don't agree with them, but I understand where they're coming from, and that's the entire basis that this series works on, and it works incredibly well. So, the Mayor and any other antagonist in the Chaos Walking trilogy, because it's written that way. And finally, the last question, the Pontiac Bandit, aka Doug Judy, the antagonist you can't help but love. Oh, okay, see, this seems different. The other one was antagonist steals the show, so kind of becomes better than the main character. I don't know that that's true about Chaos Walking or Vicious. They're just both incredibly good antagonists, but an antagonist that is definitely the antagonist, you just can't help but love them. I honestly don't know if I have an answer to this, because I don't love villains as much as a lot of other people do, and I can't think of books that I've read where it's like, one of my favorite tropes in series is when there's a villain, but then you get a new villain who's bigger and badder, so the previous villain seems kind of like whatever in comparison, and eventually that villain joins your team. I love that trope in TV shows, but I can't think of it in books. Maybe Shifeng in the second Forest of a Thousand Lanterns book, which is Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix, because I was supposed to be on Jade's side in that book, and I wasn't, because I was still rooting for Shifeng. So maybe, like, this series, in the first book, she's the protagonist. In the second book, she's the antagonist, but, like, I still loved her. Okay, that is the Brooklyn Nine-Nine book tag. I hope that you enjoyed watching. This was a little bit more difficult, trying to think of things on the spot. Do you have answers for these questions? Let me know down in the comments below, and let me know who your very favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine character is. Like I said, mine is Holt, though I relate most to Charles Boyle. But anyway, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!